Just about halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in Week 8. Very short kick taken at the 19. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. First play is to the air. Escapes the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Now looking to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Broke through the tackle. And the Cowboys get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
The rookie from Notre Dame able to take him down.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. It's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 28. Gets him on the in route. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And that one's going to skip across the goal line, and so the football will come back out to the 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's shred them on this drive, boys. Get some points on the board.
Here's the handoff. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And this one doesn't go far. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From the 36. Connecting on the slant. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. That one gains 7. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Diving forward, and he makes the catch. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Giants will have a first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Pass play on 1st and 10. He finds Johnson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And it's good enough for a New York first down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Wrong time to get caught for holding. Backed him up as they'll retry this 1st and goal. Man in motion here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. He'll throw it. The throw is caught. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And he hauls it in for the New York touchdown. The Giants reach pay dirt for the first time this game. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Buys time, rolling right. Big gain downfield. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Give him 32 on that play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Brought in inside the 20. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. From the red zone now. Rolling left, buying some time. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays. Want to take a risk there on first down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. Looking for a throw here. From the pocket. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. And we'll have a Cowboys field goal try coming up. It's coming off the edge, and it's blocked.
That protection has got to be able to hold up for a few seconds. It has to. Those are points that aren't going on the board now, and wasted effort by their teammates to get them to this point.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. And the Cowboys scoop it up. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. What play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now, following the turnover. On target to Jackson. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
2nd and 8. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll run here from the gun. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Throwing on 2nd and 6. That one's incomplete. Couldn't connect. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 3rd down.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
This, our last play of the quarter. Third down from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. So here he is, getting his 2nd field goal look of the half. His only previous one thus far was blocked. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
Well, he moved past that earlier miss pretty quickly here, Kate. Nice to see that. And now he can carry a little momentum with him to end this opening half.
The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. Inside the 25. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one right down the middle. And the Giants take a 4-point lead. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got it deep downfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now after reeling in the deep shot, though, he looks to be in some pain. Must have been banged up somewhere along that play. We're going to take a pause as he gets worked on. Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. They're throwing it. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Phillips. And the Giants will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
That is just a big-time individual effort, Kate, defensively. First, he takes the ball away, and then he's looking for points, right? He turns from defense to offense, and one more move, and he might have broken it to the house.
New set of downs for him from the 46. On first down, they'll run. And this one does not go far. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Another carry for him. Escapes a defender. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on third down.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you. If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
So the Giants now going to call on their field goal unit. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And a 4-point lead, it shall remain.
You know, we get on that field in pregame, and these kickers make it look so easy. But in real action, it's a totally different animal. That was definitely online. Just didn't quite get all of it. It's going to wind up just a few feet short.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Throw left side, complete. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Chased out to his right. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Throwing out to the left. Cut! And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
First down from the red zone. That's complete to Jackson. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They'll run now on second down. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to third down and 3. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Cowboys at a deficit. All plays on the table here for third and 3. He's dropping back to throw. He's on the move. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Third down pass didn't work with the offense staying out there on 4. Setting up a throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. The Giants using their first timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. This offense in position now. It's first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down. Timeout called, and that's going to be the second for New York. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Running for it again. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Cowboys get some late points and the lead. Took a couple of runs into that wall before they finally punched it across for the score.
Well, that defensive front, you know they were dialed up to make a stand, but it was going to be a challenge to make another 2 stops even after that one. That crack formed in the wall, and it burst through for a touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys push their lead to 3. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. Returns looking good so far. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up first and 10.
Let's go now.
Airing it out to start this drive. He throws a bullet to the center of the... He connects on the deep shot. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Thrown back, gets the handoff. Powering across for the touchdown. The Giants get some late points and the lead. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one, the last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop. Because a broken tackle can mean a touchdown.
The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Fielded at the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They'll throw on 1st. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys take the lead just before halftime. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Cowboys push their lead to 3. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our 1st half. They'll throw to begin this drive. Escapes the pocket. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They'll try and throw it here. Hits him on the out route. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Here comes the final play of our 1st half. He'll throw it. He's trying to lay it in deep along the right sideline. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Dexter Lawrence on the tackle. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a 1st down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
A chance to pay off their defense's effort as they start out 1st and goal. Trying the right side. Has the New York touchdown. The Giants grab the lead on their 1st series of the half. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
That one right down the middle. And the Giants take a 4-point lead. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. And he elects not to bring this one out, so no run back, and we'll pick things up from the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards, 2nd down coming up.
Well, here's what I know, Kate. And sadly, from personal experience, after this one's over, QB, he's going to be the first one in the cold tub because he has been feeling the heat and paying the price all game long. At some point, you've got to find a way to protect the passer or he's not going to endure this season.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He's trying to push the field. He's got it inside the 25. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They'll run here on first down. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Pass play coming here. This one's caught. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
And the Giants going nickel. Third down coming. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the struggles continue for him tonight. He's only able to get back to the line. No gain there, and that'll bring up 4th and a few.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Fourth and 3, drive on the line. Back to throw it. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown. The Cowboys. Quarter lead. Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. Those points safe on the scoreboard. The touchdown upheld upon review. That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys push their lead to 3. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Kickoff taken at the 3. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Man there, it's Malik Neighbors. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Holding left side. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. They'll throw it. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for the back that time. So 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. But give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He's on the move. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
From the red zone now. And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants take a 3rd quarter lead. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
That one right down the middle. And the Giants take a 4-point lead. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Chooses to bring this one out. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll send him over right. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Brought to a halt by Deontay Banks. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Getting out to his left. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, then completions follow.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. He's got it deep downfield. And he's down inside the 35 before going out. They get 37 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Still sticking with the passing game. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. The Cowboys have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. To the line they go. It's second down. Trying again, following the sack. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they get this down to the 28.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Back to throw. It's his running back. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Going ground on 1st and goal. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Has it in close. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there.
There's no negatives ever on the grade sheet for completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Cowboys take a 4th quarter lead. They broke out the designed run from there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps him get right back into it. Field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
out and set, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That's brought in by Hunt. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sail that flat route, break it off to an angle, break off the first.
He loses the football. And he gets his own fumble, so the comeback hopes are still alive, but that clock keeps running. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become two, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
He's going to push one deep down the right. Malik Neighbors, the one he was throwing for. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Looking to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Giants trail by a field goal. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Pass play now. Cut by Hunt. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Back to throw. He finds Johnson. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal. Handoff now from the gun. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Back to him on 2nd and goal. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Third time's the charm. He gets it again. And it's a rare defensive win on the ground. He's caught at the line. No gain on the run. And how about this? It brings up 4th and goal from the 1. Won them this game! And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. From his own end zone, here we go. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Here he is to throw. Escapes out to the left. A bit of desperation on this thing. That's complete inside the 35. And they bring him down around the 34. So here at MetLife, it's the G-Men who come away with the win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory.